Let's cut the bullshit and dive right in. Galle Fort isn't your average tourist trap, it's a goddamn time machine. Perched on Sri Lanka's southwest coast, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a middle finger to modernity. Picture this. Massive stone walls hugging the coastline, narrow cobblestone streets that have seen more action than a Vegas casino, and architecture that's a wild mishmash of European and Asian styles. The moment you step through those gates, you're not just entering a fort, you're walking into history. It's a living, breathing community that just happens to be wrapped in centuries of history. And trust me, you're going to want to explore every damn inch of it. All right, let's rewind the clock. Way back to the 16th century, Portugal's got ships, they've got guns, and they've got a hard-on for spices. They roll up to Sri Lanka, take one look at Galle's natural harbour and think, jackpot baby. In 1588, they start building stone walls thick enough to make a rhino think twice, bastions, ramparts, the whole 9 yards. The Portuguese weren't exactly winning any popularity contests with the locals. They came, they saw, they conquered. But here's the thing about empires, they rise and they fall. The Dutch didn't just take over Galle Fort, they gave it a full makeover. We're talking extreme home improvement, 17th century style, and out with the old, in with the new. They looked at the Portuguese fortifications and thought, cute, but we can do better. So they got to work, expanded the walls, added more bastions, dug a moat. They started building houses, administrative buildings, warehouses. The Dutch laid them out in a perfect grid. Walk those streets now and you're literally following in the footsteps of Dutch merchants and officials from centuries ago. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show. The architecture. Galle Fort is like a greatest hits album of colonial design. You've got Portuguese, you've got Dutch, you've got British, and underneath it all, you've got Sri Lankan. Start with the Dutch stuff. These guys knew how to build thick walls to keep out the heat, huge windows to let in the breeze, tiled roofs that could handle the monsoon rains. Some of these buildings have been standing for over 300 years. But it's not just European influences. Look closer and you'll see touches of South Asian design everywhere. Intricate wooden carvings, colorful tiles, courtyards. Around every corner there's something new to discover. All right, lace up your walking shoes because we're hitting the ramparts. This isn't just a stroll, it's a journey through time, with a killer ocean view to boot. The walls of Galle Fort stretch for about 3 kilometers, start at the main gate. As you climb up onto the walls, the first thing that hits you is the view. To one side, the sprawling fort, to the other, the endless blue of the Indian Ocean. Keep walking and you'll pass bastions with names like Sun, Moon, and Star. Each one has a story. Locals use them too. It's living history. Let's talk about the crown jewel of Galle Fort, the lighthouse. This isn't just any old lighthouse, it's the oldest in Sri Lanka. Standing tall at the fort's southeastern end, it's like a giant middle finger to the ocean. Built in 1939, it replaced an older lighthouse that got torched. Stark white against the blue sky. Standing 26 meters tall, it's visible for miles around. Every night it lights up, doing the job it was built for nearly a century ago. And the views from the base? Unbeatable. It's the kind of view that makes you want to quit your job, sell everything, and become a lighthouse keeper. Now, let's get a little holy. The Dutch Reformed Church in Galle Fort isn't just any old house of worship, it's a time capsule. Built in 1755, it's seen more prayers than a confessional during Lent. Step inside and the first thing that hits you is the cool. High ceilings, thick walls, and strategically placed windows keep the place comfortable even on the hottest days. Look down and you're walking on history. The floor is paved with gravestones, tombstones of Dutch colonials, their names and dates still visible after centuries. But the real showstopper? The organ. On Sundays, you can hear it belting out hymns, its rich tones filling the church just like they did centuries ago. All right, let's talk about the real heart and soul of Galle Fort, its people. Specifically, the artisans and craftsmen who keep the place humming with life and culture. These aren't your run-of-the-mill souvenir hawkers. No, these are individuals who have dedicated their lives to mastering their craft. These are skilled artists, keeping centuries-old traditions alive in a world that's all too happy to forget them. Their work is a testament to the rich cultural heritage of the region. Walk down any street in the fort and you'll see them. Each artisan, deeply engrossed in their work, adds a unique touch to the vibrant tapestry of Galle Fort. Jewelers crafting intricate designs in silver and gold. Their hands move with precision, creating pieces that are not just jewelry, but stories told in metal and gemstones. Woodcarvers turning chunks of teak into works of art. Each piece they create is a blend of skill, tradition, and a deep understanding of the material. Lace makers, their fingers flying as they create delicate patterns. The lace they produce is a fine example of how beauty and tradition can be woven together. But here's the thing, this isn't just for show, this is a living, breathing tradition that continues to thrive. These aren't performers putting on an act for tourists, this is their livelihood. Their dedication is evident in every piece they create. Skills passed down through generation, honed over decades. Each artisan carries with them the legacy of their ancestors, adding their own touch to the craft. And the best part, you can watch them work. Witnessing their process is like stepping back in time, seeing history come alive through their hands. Tourists and locals alike can interact with these artisans, gaining a deeper appreciation for the time and effort that goes into each creation. The finished products are not just items. They are pieces of history, culture, and immense skill. They serve as a bridge between the past and the present, a reminder of the enduring spirit of Galle Fort. Now, if you think Galle Fort is lively on a regular day, wait until festival time rolls around. The energy is palpable and the air is filled with excitement and anticipation. This place knows how to throw a party. The historic courtyards and cobblestone streets come alive with music, laughter, and the hum of conversations. The big kahuna is the Galle Literary Festival. It's a magnet for literary enthusiasts, drawing in crowds from all corners of the globe. For a few days each year, the fort turns into a book lover's paradise. Imagine strolling through ancient streets, book in hand, surrounded by like-minded individuals. Writers, poets, and thinkers from around the world descend on this little corner of Sri Lanka. They share their stories, their wisdom, and their passion for the written word. There are readings, workshops, debates. Each session is a treasure trove of knowledge and inspiration, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The festival is a gateway to exploring the rich history and culture of Galle Fort. There's the Galle Music Festival, where you can hear everything from traditional Sri Lankan drums to jazz fusion. The rhythms and melodies echo through the ancient walls, creating a magical atmosphere. The Galle Film Festival, showcasing cinema from across South Asia. It's a visual feast offering a glimpse into diverse cultures and stories. And don't even get me started on the food festivals. The aroma of spices, the sizzle of street food, and the taste of traditional Sri Lankan dishes are simply unforgettable. It's a community celebration and everyone's invited. The festivals bring people together, creating a sense of unity and joy. Whether you're a local or a visitor, you'll feel like part of the family. All right, let's talk about what really matters, the food. Because when you're exploring a place as historic and beautiful as Galle Fort, you need the energy to keep going. Because let's face it, you can only look at old buildings for so long before your stomach starts growling. And when it does, Galle Fort has you covered with an array of mouth-watering options. And Galle Fort, it's a culinary playground, a place where every corner you turn there's a new flavor waiting to be discovered, a place where centuries of cultural influences come together on a plate. First up, the seafood. The ocean's bounty is celebrated here in the most delicious ways. We're talking fish so fresh it practically jumps onto your plate. The fishermen bring in their catch daily, ensuring that what you eat is as fresh as it gets. Crabs that'll have you licking your fingers for days. These crabs are cooked to perfection with spices that enhance their natural sweetness. And don't even get me started on the prawns. These succulent prawns are a must-try, cooked in a variety of styles that reflect the rich culinary heritage of the region. But it's not just about the fish. Galle's got a spice game that'll knock your socks off. The spice markets here are a feast for the senses, with vibrant colors and intoxicating aromas. These spices are the heart and soul of Sri Lankan cuisine, adding depth and complexity to every dish. From fiery chilies to fragrant cinnamon, the spices here are top-notch, curries that'll make you sweat and smile at the same time. These curries are a perfect blend of heat and flavor, leaving you craving for more with every bite. And the street food? Forget about it. The street food scene in Galle Fort is vibrant and diverse, offering everything from savory snacks to sweet treats. There's something about eating in Galle Fort that makes everything taste better. Maybe it's the historic ambience, or the fresh sea breeze, or the friendly locales. Whatever it is, it works. So, next time you find yourself in Galle Fort, make sure to bring your appetite. You won't be disappointed. So why should you give a damn about Galle Fort? Why drag your ass halfway around the world to visit some old walls and buildings? Let me break it down for you. This isn't just a tourist attraction. It's not some sanitized theme park version of history. This is the real deal, a living, breathing slice of the past that somehow managed to keep one foot in the present. And that's why Galle Fort captivates.